What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, got a cool one for you. All the way from 1998, we bring you our G.I. Joe Classic Collection. General Omar N. Bradley from our Historical Commanders Edition. And this is the third in the series. Guys, this is a super cool G.I. Joe, and to me, this G.I. Joe, this line, the Historical Commanders Edition line that Hasbro produced back in the late 1990s, was so far ahead of its time. It was at the highest level of a deluxe series that you could get for G.I. Joe during that time period. Not being an exclusive, like something from F.E.O. Schwartz. So getting this I got this from Toys R Us in 1998, and the price on this was $50. It was $49.99, and after tax, it pushed it well over $50. So this was at the high end, and it was considered a high-end deluxe figure for G.I. Joe back then. And I'm sorry for the glare, like I said, but this is a foil, very unique to this box style. Hasbro did a beautiful job on this box style, but it's like a foil sheen on this box. Beautifully done. To get you see the grain of this box. Of just, the sheen of it, every aspect. Let's bring this guy down. You see the general stars there. I'm moving this box around, but this box is very heavy, very, very heavy. Guys, if you're just joining us, please like and subscribe. Welcome to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. This is what we do, guys. I got some time off hanging out in my museum, and when I have a little time off to relax and kick back, I go to my museum and I do videos so I can share with you guys. Let's open this guy up, get you a good look at this beautiful figure, get you a blown out look here. This figure is absolutely gorgeous. It comes absolutely loaded with tons and tons of accessories. Get you in here. Every one of these head sculpts for the Special Commander Series Edition, G.I. Joe series, these head sculpts were absolutely beautiful. Just beautifully done. And we get back, we're talking about that high-end deluxe level of craftsmanship that Hasbro did with these figures. This was a very sought-after figure for its time. I tracked this figure through my G.I. Joe Collectors Club newsletter back in 1998. It doesn't seem as that long ago. I remember purchasing it, walking into Toys R Us back in 1998 and just purchasing this figure. See, he's factory sealed. He's locked in there pretty good all the way down there. And I remember it like it was yesterday. This fifth panel is absolutely beautiful. It's got that sheen on it. There's Hasbro used a lot of historical photos of General Omar N. Bradley. He was known affectionately as the GI's general. And there was another name for him. I want to say he was the Quiet Giant. But you have just a beautiful history on General Omar M. Bradley right here along the side. Oh, there's a quiet giant. And just all this, if you want to pause your video, you can read that. There's just a ton of information on this general. General Omar N. Bradley was good friends with Dwight D. Eisenhower. And you have to be special for G.I. Joe to immortalize you as a G.I. Joe. And I think Hasbro did a fantastic job. A fantastic job. Really recreating the likeness of General Omar N. Bradley. As you can see, this figure is layered up. He comes with an overcoat, a coat under that, his shirt and tie, those famous spectacles there, glasses. There's a Garrison's cap there, 3 stars on it. He's got his pistol, his pants, his boots. Behind him, you can see at the base of his feet, there's a stand. So he comes with this really awesome, beautiful stand that you can display him with. And here's the flags. Right here, there's his helmet, 3 stars, general stars there. Everything is locked in there, and that's where the weight comes from. Is just this heavy base. And he has another army patch right here, a life-size one actually. Let's see if I can get right up on it for you. Sorry for the glare, guys. Then there's a little stand base back there. Oh, he's got some binoculars right here too. Get right in on there. Some binoculars. This is, once again, like I said, this is just a beautiful figure. If you are a G.I. Joe fan, if you are a historian, military historian, this is a figure. This is a absolute must-have figure. For the simple fact that he's so beautifully done. And you have tons of information with this figure. And like I said, this figure was produced specifically for collectors, with collectors in mind, because of all the work that was put into this set and the price on it. I mean, I don't know too many parents is going to buy their kid a $50 G.I. Joe back in 1998 when they could have probably settled for something a little cheaper. But this is a figure that is very heavily sought after, very desirable in the G.I. Joe collecting community. You can still find this figure. This figure has maintained its collectability, its price, worth, I should say, over this 20-year span of time. I can't believe this figure is 20 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday, walking into Toys R Us and purchasing this beautiful figure. I had to have all of these guys when they came out. So it took a while for these guys to really come out, though. A lot of this particular figure's release date kept getting pushed back. I guess Hasbro wanted to make sure that they had everything about this figure to their satisfaction. See, he's got his dog. See, look, down there and down in his shirt. He's got his dog tags on. I can't get over his head sculpt. Is absolutely gorgeous. Just beautifully done. Down to the fur on the overcoat there. This was just a beautiful figure, and it's been in my museum collection ever since 1998. Let's take a look at the back of the box, guys. Let's take a look at the back of the box here. Got the Velcro on there. Let's spin this box around here. Let me see if it'll stand by itself. I'm hoping it'll stand by itself. Alright, I don't want to take any chances. Get you a blown out look at the box though. Beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. Let's get you a year. Kenner was still producing these figures at the time for Hasbro. 1998. And this is that base I was telling you about for display. You can display there the army patch there, the flag on one side. There's our beautiful General Omar and Bradley figure there, front and center, standing on the base. There's the other flag right there. Complete your G.I. Joe collection with General Omar and Bradley, and that's precisely what we did. We went after everything. I had an old saying: I would never leave a Joe behind at a toy store. So I really made it my business to keep my budget up, because I knew if I went into a Toys R Us or a Target or Walmart and I saw about 5 or 6 G.I. Joes, I knew I had to buy all of them. Couldn't leave one behind. It was very rare. Sometimes I had to, but it would drive me crazy. The collector in me. I could have 6 G.I. Joes that I purchased that day, but knowing that I left that one G.I. Joe behind drove me nuts, just drove me crazy. I couldn't sleep until I got that other G.I. Joe. I was addicted, guys. And here's some more beautiful G.I. Joes. And this is another way that Hasbro will hook you as a collector. The collecting bug will bite you, because you're looking at these other beautiful figures, and we have all these figures in our museum, and you can see all of these beautiful figures on our playlist. I don't think we haven't done a video on these guys yet. Might have to do that. Guys, what do you think of our General Omar N. Bradley G.I. Joe? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? Not hard to, super hard to find. I would always tell you to try Cotswold Collectibles first. It's a toy website that has everything. You name it, they pretty much carry the toy line. And I believe I've seen this figure on Cotswold Collectibles maybe once or twice, and the prices at Cotswold Collectibles are very fair. Very fair indeed. And I believe they still, maybe, I think the last time I saw them carry this figure, he was for around $50. Maybe $50 or $60. He maintained his collectability and his worth very well. eBay is going to be a little different. Those prices, watch those prices on eBay, because especially if you're bidding on these guys, eBay is a little bit more pricier. They tend to run their prices up a little bit. So guys, we got more fun on the way for you. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.